What are some of the signs that you are dating a manipulative partner? What are some of the signs that the person you are dating is out there to manipulate you? What are some of these signs? And before then, have you ever dated somebody who is manipulative? What is to manipulate? To manipulate is to gain control without your consent. But they usually make you feel like you are in control, but they are in control of your life. And how do you know that? Deep down, everyone who has been manipulated knows that they have been manipulated, but they don't know the signs. They can feel from far, I have been manipulated, but they don't know how. At the end of the day, they are made to make decisions that maybe they have not consented, and those decisions end up benefiting the other person. And you're made to feel like you made those decisions willingly. So, what are some of the signs that you're being manipulated? Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. This is Jeng and Jero. On this episode, I want us to learn some of the signs. I'll give you five. If you stick with me, I'll give you another one as a bonus. And by the end of the video, you will be able to gauge yourself if you're in a relationship. You will also be able to reflect if you have ever been in such a relationship and ask yourself, have I been manipulated all along? But before then, if you're watching us for the very first time, this is the Matchmaker Show. We help men and women to get matches, and the moment they get the right ones, they meet their destinies. So you're not lost. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button, enable the notifications bell. Any other time we release a new video, YouTube automatically notifies you. And when you're notified, then you come here and we learn, because to be informed is to be transformed, and to be transformed is to be enlightened. Are we together? So how do you know that you are being manipulated, or how do you know the other person is manipulating you? So number one, and it's the obvious one, love bombing. You know, a bomb is an explosive. An explosive is something that comes with intensity. An explosive is something that, disrupts the status quo. If you have not been in a relationship for a long time, and then there is this angel sent from heaven giving you the vibes you want, giving you everything you want, and then you look at the mirror and ask yourself, you even pinch yourself, is this thing real? Is this thing real? Because you have not seen something like that. Most times than not, that person is about to manipulate you. You see, people who love bomb do that as an investment. People who love bomb you at first. And that's why I tell people, if you see that you're dating a person and all of a sudden they are all over you, they are simping all over, they are taking you on dates, there is no protocol, date after date, date that you're about to be your caught at big time. Love is consistent from level to level, from grace to grace, from one point to the next, from one milestone to the other. And nobody is overly excited. If you realize that your partner is overly excited, there is nothing wrong with being excited, but there is everything wrong with being overly excited about the next part. Are you a small baby? No. Ask yourself, why is this person out and above, over and beyond, all over you? Why? You're about to be manipulated, because you see what those people do. The next time, after now love bombing you like that, the next time that person is going to remove now a need card. They will remove a need card like this, and they will require some favor from you. And sometimes, whether those favors are sexual, whether those favors are monetary value, in terms of resources, material resource, whatever sacrifice they want you to make, it has been an investment. But the reverse psychology played here was to love bomb you at first, to make you feel like you're special and all that, so that the moment they will strike, you will not even know. You will feel like you're paying a debt. You owe them already. Are you getting the point? If you will be asked for money, you will not have the guts to say no. And they don't ask for little money, ladies and gentlemen. They ask for a lifetime kind of money, a lot of money, in hundreds of thousands, if not millions. And because they have bombed you at first, you will not feel like it's a big deal. Otherwise, these people are very calculated and manipulative. So if somebody is love bombing you, just wear a shell and know that within no time, you will be asked for favors. And these favors are not small favors. So be careful if somebody starts love bombing you without knowing you and all that. So are we together? Number two, gaslighting. You see, when somebody gaslights you, gaslighting is that capacity to make you doubt your own actions. Somebody does something and make you feel like you're responsible for that thing. To gaslight is to make you feel like you're stupid. It is a manipulative tactic. Excuse me. It's a manipulative tactic used by people who want you to feel like you're not really sane. People who gaslight you will always distort the kind of reality you're facing every day. They make you doubt that the memories you have and the perception you have is not real. So people who gaslight you will make you feel stupid. And when they repeat this consistently, you are made to believe that maybe I am not okay. Maybe I am out of my mind. Maybe I'm overly sensitive. Maybe I'm overthinking. Maybe my memory is not right. Maybe this, maybe that. People who gaslight you make you do what we call doubt yourself, and they are the ones who have induced that doubt. Can you imagine somebody is inducing? You know how people are induced uh, in labor rooms. They want to induce labor so that you can catalyze the speed. So people are inducing that kind of pain and doubt in you so that you can doubt yourself. And when you doubt yourself, there is no turning back because they will criticize you, they'll make you question your capacity, your ability, and even your worth. So that is something that you should always be very aware. If somebody begins to gaslight you, then that person is out there to manipulate you. Are we together? Number three, the person is always criticizing you, constant criticism. When the person is criticizing you every now and then, to criticize is to correct mistakes. You see, when somebody is a critic, they are only seeing the mistakes you commit. Sometimes some of the mistakes they call mistakes are not even mistakes that you committed in the first place. For instance, you've met a man who is, let's say, 5'9", 5'11" feet tall, and that woman is even, let's say, 5'8" tall. And if she wears heels, the constant criticism is that you are short, or even you are short than her. And she even saw you from day one before you began dating. She saw you from day one, but she's always criticizing your height. That is a very dangerous kind of partner. She wants to make you feel like you are not enough. Are we are we together to that point? Maybe this is a light skinned guy, she's dating a dark skinned guy, and the guy keeps on speaking about how he had a very light skinned woman, how the figure looked like this and not like you. And the kind of comparison between you and the person they had in the past is like heaven and earth. Maybe you have brown teeth and the person keeps on criticizing them. Umebrush ama ni venye zinakuanga brown. You feel very bad. Maybe you are the kind of people who have brown hair. Your hair is not very dark. And it's not that you don't eat well or you're not healthy. It's just the color of your hair. The person is like, can't you dye this hair? Or the person is speaking about you having a bigger forehead than any other thing he has ever seen. That constant criticism is meant to achieve one objective: you feeling inferior. The moment you begin to lose self esteem, the moment you begin to feel like, I think I'm not very good. If a person who is dating you has this kind of tactics, you cook, the meal is not good enough. Either the salt is too much, the soup is too much, there is no salt, there is no soup, there is no this, there is no the. And this kind of criticism drains you slowly by slowly. By the time you feel like you can leave that person, you are like, by the way, this person just lives with me because they are tolerating me. Otherwise, I don't think there is anybody out there who can tolerate me with these kinds of shortcomings. Maybe you have short hair, the person wants you to put on long hair. And maybe it's your style and you like it that way. Maybe you're this kind of people who like braids, plaiting your hair. If you're not with this style, you're with the other. If you're not with this style, you're with wigs. Are they weaves or wigs? Somebody was telling me that wigs are for young people and weaves are for old people. I don't know the difference. Maybe you can let us know in the comment section. Uh, if you are doing nice hair, the person wants you now to put dreadlocks. And maybe you've never put them in the first place. If that person is constantly doing that, criticizing everything that you're doing, then I'm about to tell you that you're going to be manipulated, and the person you're dating is also very manipulative. Number four, if this person is what we call a victim player, if this person plays victim all the time, can you imagine you are dating a person who is playing victim even when they have wronged you? This person commits a mistake against you, and the next time they pretend they are the victims, they pull out the victim card. They can even cry, irrespective of their gender. Both men and women are known for being manipulative. So either of them can pull this card. This person does a very bad thing, is late for a meeting, but will blame you for something else. They are playing victim, and it is their mistake. These kinds of people do not own up to their mistakes. So if you're about to enter into a marriage arrangement with a person who knows how to play the victim card, these people are very shameless. They even cry. They even cry. They can script cry, and there is nothing you can do about it. This kind of personality disorder is very, very manipulative. And in most times than not, if you're not very careful, you will feel like the only thing that is standing between them and happiness is you. Can you imagine? You're dating a person and they make you feel like the only thing that stands between them and happiness is you. Do you want that kind of a partner? Of course not. So be very careful when you're dealing with somebody who is not very careful about making a mistake. And even when they make that mistake look like you are the one who committed that mistake, and therefore they are victims while they have even committed the atrocity themselves. Number five, threats, constant threats. You see, a threat is a very manipulative kind of tactic. To threaten is to pull up a blackmail. If you don't do this, I will do this. If you don't do this, there will be consequences. You've made this choice, there will be consequences. This person might threaten that they will leave. This person might threaten to take their own lives. This person might even threaten to report something you did as lovers. And you see, I believe that one of the things that lovers should make is to sign an NDA, an undisclosure agreement, that you're punishable by law if you exploit the secrets you know about the other person. You see, even in matters bedroom and all that, finances and how you make your money, if you have a partner and you bring them closer, and the next thing you realize is that the person is constantly threatening to expose those threats. If you don't toe the line, you are being manipulated. This person is even threatening to break out of that arrangement. No, mi mtu mwenye anifungulii gari tukidate, siwezi fanya nini? Siwezi mdate. I live for other guys who are serious and many now. Siuende. You guys are very, sometimes mtu anaweza hata kasirika. Somebody is threatening to leave that relationship. What are you waiting for? Tell them to leave. Because if these threats continue, these people can even now realize that, oh, this is the card I pull, this is the button I press, and then they toe the line. The next thing they will do is to threaten you with something serious like taking on their own lives and blaming it on you. Imagine dating somebody who is saying, I write to everybody because I think that you are killing my mental faculty. I write to your friends and family, tell them that I'm taking my life because you're toxic. And you're like, oh, don't write, don't write. So you are andikie. You are being manipulated and you're seeing it. But because you have the scarcity mindset, but because your mind has convinced you that you cannot find something or somebody better, that is how you get manipulated. Because the person will make you feel guilty, the person will guilt trip you, the person will make you feel like this is the end of the world. And then you feel like it, and by the time you realize, you have been dragged down to hell. Be very careful. Can I give you a bonus? Number 6 is for people who have stayed with me. Isolation. To isolate is a tactic that is made to make you feel like, by the way, I am losing this person. This person is drifting. It is a kind of withdrawal. They withdraw communication, they withdraw attention. You don't get the same attention, you don't get the same communication. These attentions levels and the degree of attention and communication are reduced. In simple words, you are being isolated. So this one is meant to make you feel like if I continue, if I don't do something, I will lose this person. I've come to tell you this: lose that person. They are not worth it. Because adults communicate. When they don't like something, they communicate. When they don't like something, they communicate. They don't isolate. And when they isolate, the isolation is final. Don't get me wrong. It is okay for people to isolate from you. You could be the toxic one. Yeah, you could be the toxic one. If you realize that that person has isolated completely and they're not coming back, chances are very high that you also had the same qualities that I have discussed. Except that now you are trying to make the other person look like like they are the villain, while you are the villain and they're the victims. So don't get me wrong. I want you to understand this one. If that person isolates themselves, does not communicate, does not give you attention anymore, and that person cuts off the communication completely, that person cuts off the attention completely, chances are very high they did that one intentionally and they wanted nothing to do with you. However, if this person cuts the communication with the intention of coming back, with the intention of you now coming back to your senses, cut the attention so that you can do something, that is manipulation. So at the end of the day, you will ask them, kwani nilifanya nini? Kwani, what did I do? It's good to reach out. If you realize that it's maybe because I did not do this, I did not keep my word, maybe you had promised something out of excitement. Nitakubaya this, nitakubaya that, nitakulipia this, and then you are not able to do that. You are just human. And the person cuts communication. You are not a bank. It is not your work to raise adults. And this is something you don't realize. It is not your work to bembeleza people who are raised badly. If somebody was not raised up properly, that is not your work. You should just block that person, respect yourself, and move on to the next candidate. Otherwise, that's why I keep on telling you, don't commit yourself when it's too early. Learn that person, quote them properly. If this is not something that is going somewhere, if this relationship does not have the healthy kind of traits, cut it off. It will not be the end of the world. You will not die. The other person will also not die. Otherwise, they're not even the first one, and they will not be the last one. I'll see you in the next video. If you find these videos very interesting, let us know in the comment section. You can also subscribe to this YouTube channel and you'll be getting nuggets like this one. I'll see you in the next video, ladies and gentlemen. Bye bye.